Hello, victims! Hello! Oh, okay, well, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that! I should have had my heart rate monitor on for the stream today.
Welcome back, the Calc
Thank
of Lovers.
you! Thank you, please.
Fish Molly.
I haven't cried in like 2 weeks, y'all. I really can't. Like, you gotta let me keep this streak going. Please, please, I need this. I need to continue the no cry streak.
20 months of Vimmer's
Oh my
Alk
God.
of Cheer.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for all of your kindness and support. So many different forms of support that I've seen in this stream already today. Thank you for all of the kind. Oh. You know that, like, I come here because I like you, right? Not because I expect you to give me money. Did you guys know that? Like, it's not my intention to use my trauma to grift. Did you guys know that? Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. What the fuck?
I missed you.
Yeah, I do like you guys. Crazy, right? Whoa! HK, I thought you said that you were not gonna be here.
Paying my 1000-bit stream entry fee /J.
I thought you said that you weren't even gonna be here. You made me sad last night for literally no reason. What's up with that? Thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Serenity, thank you for your prime. Thank you for everyone who's resubbing and subbing up. I'm not used to my chat. I'm not used to my chat being this active, so I'm sorry that I can't go through and say thank you individually to everyone. But just please know that I don't know what. Oh, okay.
For my cheddar traffic all lunch.
But please know that I don't know what I did to deserve this. I literally just came here because I missed you guys. Like, well, there's a lot that we need to talk about today. And I quite frankly don't know where to start.
There is a 1,000-bit fee. Mission unaided, but how many have this fish molly.
Can you guys contain the fish molly for 2 fucking seconds so that I can speak? I love and appreciate all of you. Would you like us to turn off TTS? Maybe in a little bit. It's okay for right now. I don't really want to get off of the starting soon screen. One of the reasons why it took me so long to get here. Oh my fucking God! Stop it!
Paid.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now that's enough. That's enough. I see Business QT has been in here causing fucking fuck shit.
Business QT gifted a tier 1 sub to Fish
Thank you everyone. But you gotta stop, otherwise I can't tell you guys about all my new fun trauma that I have. Don't you guys want to hear about my new lore?
Take my Bezos
I know
box.
you guys love alchevic lore. Oh my God, my dad's here. If my bathroom didn't explode, I'd give No, it's okay. You don't have to. You literally birthed me. Ria's like, yes, I would like to hear about trauma time. Okay, everyone. Fine. Oh my God. I thought I checked. Fine. Oh!
It's only enough when I see your train record breaking 1,000 pieces. Ricky Bobby.
Oh, that still exists. That still exists. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Thanks, HK. That's enough. It's enough. Everybody, it's enough.
Little sister, I missed you out of lovers.
It's enough, everybody. Okay. All right. Excuse me, no flash photography. victims, no flash photography, please. I need you to sign this NDA. I need you, did you not sign the NDA that was posted at the door of this press conference? Right. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys all took pictures of literally nothing. Should we have background music for this? What kind of background music do you have for a press conference? Normally there's no background music, right? Oh my god, anyways. My name is Alka Victoria, and I was on a hiatus for my job. But unfortunately, that was cut short due to no... What word am I looking for? Due to no malpractice of my own. I feel like I do need to have music, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do this. Sorry, I don't like to have the silence of my own mind. Hello, hi, it's good to see everyone. Hello. Today, we're going to be catching up on everything that went down in my life for the past month or so. I know that it's been a very... Wait, what emote is that? You're eating chicken? They ate. Am I eating? Chat, am I eating right now? Is she serving? Is she clocking it? Is it clocking to you that I'm standing on business? Oh, the reverb's still on? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that should have been turned off probably a long time ago. Thank you. Oh my god, there's so many cuties in here. I missed you guys so much. Thank you all for being here. So I don't know how to speak anymore. I don't even know where to begin, you guys. I was on my starting soon screen trying to write up a guideline of what I wanted to say because I have been through a lot, to say the least, and as it is my culture, if you want to call it that, I typically share everything that I go through in my life with my community. But for the first time in my life, I feel like I want to challenge myself to not overshare, because I fear that if all of you knew the extent of what happened, number one, I honestly don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about without painting other people in a bad light. And number two, I fear that if I am completely transparent, it will paint me in a bad light. But it's tough, and I do want to talk about everything that I've been through because I have, as long as I have had mental illness, I have been an advocate for taking care of yourself, and I try to do what I can to encourage all of you guys to take care of yourself. So once I was cognizant again, and I had some time to think about how I wanted to approach addressing everything that I've been through. It was tough because I wanted to be able to be transparent, because if anyone had ever struggled with something similar to what I did, I felt like it would be important for them to relate to that, because what I have been going through has been very tough. It's the hardest thing I've ever gone through. And my immediate family, aka my fiance and my mom, have been involved, and I believe that because of the things that I have been going through, it has also been one of the hardest times of their lives as well. And that's a whole nother thing that has a whole lot of trauma and guilt, and I don't want to start ranting about that on stream because that's my own thing that I gotta work through. But I thought that we could go in chronological order of what has happened to me over the past month, because it starts out kind of fun. Oh, hey, Eagle. Hi. Thank you for 9 months. Thank you. What are you naming the baby, Eagle? I gotta know. Please
Vicky's
tell me.
back.
So yeah, as you guys know, I started out this month by traveling to London for the very first time. Vic Jr., I like that. That's a good one. Yes, I was traveling to London for the first time for work. And I don't want to get super into what I do for work because I feel like that's a touchy subject right now. But essentially, I work in the broadcast industry. And normally I don't travel for work, but I was given the opportunity to, and I was very excited, but also kind of scared because I was being sent alone. And it's kind of like a completely different role that I do on my day to day at work. Um, and nobody really trained me. Nobody really trained me. And I was always told, like, yeah, that's just how it goes. You just figure it out as you go. But it wasn't that simple. I tried. You guys know I'm a people pleaser. I tried and tried and tried to do what I can to do what I could rather to make sure that I was preparing myself enough to do this job. There was like guides on Notion that we had and things like that. And I was trying to familiarize myself as much as I could. And I was referring to, because it involved a little bit of like system engineering almost. Like, I don't know how familiar you guys are with what a NAS is. I still don't know what it stands for, but basically, my job on site for the show that I was working was basically people were handing me drives of content that they captured, whether it be like videography or photography. And I was responsible for uploading them in a timely manner and then categorizing them and making sure that was all good. But then an additional part that I wasn't used to is like being on site and being like the rep for, oh, I can help you find a piece of content that you need. Yeah, archiving, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm such a noob. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. But essentially, another big part was like I was going to different departments on site, like the social teams, the producers, and being like, hey, nice to meet you. If you need help finding anything, like, I'm your girl. And that was very exciting to me. Because I don't remember how much I've shared this on stream, but I've always wanted to work on a set. And I just never knew how to get there. So that's why I was really excited about this opportunity. But it was kind of too much for me at once. And I was trying really hard to ignore that because I've always been someone who wants to do as good of a job as I can. And even if I suffer through it, I am willing to do that if it makes me look good at the end of the day. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. And it's important to note that right before some of you guys who are into like psychology and stuff like this are probably gonna like clench your asshole at this. You guys know I've been on my mental health medication journey. Right before I went, I met with my psychiatrist because I told her I'm very anxious about this trip. I just have this feeling that it's going to be a lot harder than I could have ever imagined. Can we do something to help me with that? And my psychiatrist was like, yes, let's increase your dose of sertraline from 100 milligrams to 150 milligrams because she was just she was trying to treat my OCD. And I do think I have OCD, but at this point I've been through so much that I feel like we need to honestly just like stop trying to label everything when it comes to me because I have had so many different labels.
Oh boy.
I just am what I am. And it was going fine. It was like 2 weeks before I left for the trip. 150. 150, as in almost at max dose. Because she kept telling me, I want this medication to work for your OCD. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, at 200 milligrams, that's when it starts treating OCD. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, sure, that makes sense. And I had never had an issue with this drug in the past. Um, but by the time I was in London, a few days in, thank you guys for all of the resubs, by the way. I really do appreciate it. But I'm sorry if I stop and address all of them, then I'm not gonna I'm gonna get off track and I'm not gonna be able to form a coherent thought. But I do appreciate all of you guys. Um, so yeah, I was a couple days into London. I felt like I was doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Even like at that point, everyone knew that I was like underprepared, and I was being candid with everyone, like, hey, I did my best. I'm not prepared to do this, but like just tell me what to do. And like if you give me a task, I'll make sure that I can do at least that one task. But I started to notice that I was like very, very anxious. And like I've always been a very anxious person. But if anyone can relate to this feeling, it's like I felt like there was so much energy in my body that I couldn't like expel it all. And I felt like I needed to go like run laps, and like I was getting super overstimulated, which I normally don't have that issue. But like the room that I was in was full of other content teams, even people from like China who were speaking different, like obviously speaking Chinese and stuff like that. Loud as fuck. And I just like started tweaking the fuck out. And I had a contact on site who was very friendly and candid with me. And I went to him and I said, hey, just so you know, like, if anyone notices that I'm kind of slacking, it's not because I'm slacking, it's because I think I'm having a bad reaction to my medication because my medication got altered right before I left. And he was very understanding, because they had been very vocal about like if you feel like you're struggling, you don't have to go through it alone, because it's really hard for people, I guess, and it was hard for me too, obviously. Traveling alone for the first time and working these events for the first time. But everyone was super understanding, and he wanted me to contact my psychiatrist, which like I agreed with. But we found out that my psychiatrist could not meet with me as long as I was in the United Kingdom. Um, and I still don't fully know if there was a workaround around this. But she all of your guys' reaction are taking me out. I was able to message her on my portal, because like I'm sure if you guys go to the doctor, like you know that you can like message your provider on the portal and stuff. So I was able to message her and be like, "Hey," and I wrote like the longest message to her about like all my symptoms and how I felt like I was losing my mind. And she was just kind of like, "I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Like you should definitely lower your dose. Um, but I can't meet with you until you're back in the US." So I was like, "Okay." I guess I'll just fucking die. Just kidding. I guess I'll just do what I always do, get through it. But I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself a little bit. Um, I was under the impression that I was dealing with something called serotonin syndrome, which is when you have too much serotonin in your body and it kind of causes you to freak the fuck out. It can be, from my understanding, it can be a lot of symptoms that are similar to a panic attack, but just like heightened and prolonged. I didn't know this until about a week and a half ago. And this is the part of the conversation where I get really weird about how much I want to share. I was not I was not dealing with serotonin syndrome. I was actually in a state of psychosis for about 2 weeks. And it was really tough because I didn't know what the fuck was real and what the fuck was not real. And it was really, really scary. Um, because I thought that I was doing a good job. And I was talking to so many people, and I was able to think to myself, this is not the way that I normally act. Like, I'm not normally this willing to go out of my way to talk to people. And it got to a point where I was so paranoid that I was going to cost people back home their jobs. Because obviously it looks bad if they send someone who doesn't know how to do their job, and I'm making everyone's life harder because I just can't do everything. I can't do both sides of the job that they want me to do at the same time. And I'm struggling because even though it's an English speaking country, there was still like some level of culture shock to me when I was in London. And I didn't know how bad it was until very recently. Um there's still a lot of cool stuff that happened while I was working there that I want to talk about. But I feel like it's just the way that this makes sense to me to talk about is just kind of like get the hard part over with. But yeah, basically I was working too much. I was working from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Very rarely leaving my desk. I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep, and because of all of these things, I entered into a state of psychosis where I got increasingly more and more paranoid. And I quite literally could not differentiate between reality and the fuckery that was going on in my head. Um, yeah, so it's really heavy stuff. And I now have a new diagnosis that I'm not really ready to share with the world because I feel like it's just so heavy, and I fear will have people change the way that they view me as a person. So I don't quite know if I'm ever ready to share it because I'm so ashamed of everything that happened, even though I know it was out of my control. Thank you guys. It's just tough because it's like I was so in denial about everything, and I wouldn't have been able to understand what the fuck was going on. So I guess I'll take a couple of steps back. I think the person on site that was my contact from my production company was able to see that there was something very wrong with me before I could, because it was my day off after I had been working for 7 days in a row, and I was still so out of it that I thought that everything was okay, but I was also really scared that someone back home was gonna get fired, because of what a mess everything was. And everyone was telling me, like, "You just need to focus on yourself." Like, I was talking to my friends from work, and they were all telling me to not worry about that, but it's easier said than done, especially when you're actively in psychosis. Um, but I was so out of it. I was talking with my rep at breakfast, and he was telling me that I needed to talk to HR at like 5 o'clock or something. But then once the episode got really bad, I quite literally couldn't tell what time it was rather. It's really scary to go back and think on. Um, and I kept asking him like what's happening? What's happening? And then he actually I think thought that I was going to do something to myself, because all I remember is I was laying in my hotel room and I was trying to calm down. He brought me food, but I couldn't eat it because I was so out of it. And a paramedic came into the room, and I don't even remember what they asked me. And then from there, he made the executive decision that I needed to go home early. Um, so I think it was such a intense experience because I was so heartbroken that this experience was being taken from me. And I still am now that I am on the other side and I'm not like crazy anymore, for lack of a better word. I still mourn the loss of this experience so much because my fiance was supposed to join me 2 days before I, like, had the break moment and I got sent home. And he had to and he tells me all the time not to worry about it, but I still just feel like I fucked up so many people's lives because of this. He had to waste, like, a week's worth of vacation, and, like, he didn't end up getting to come to London with me. I never even got to do any tourist activities when I was in London because I literally was working the entire time, and then on my day off was when everything bad happened. Um, he basically took me on the tube for, like, 2 hours, and guided me to the place where I, like, got my boarding pass for the plane, and I this entire time, this is how out of it I was. I thought that he was pulling my leg, like, I thought that it was all a joke and that, like, it was just a test of my I don't even know, like, a test of my willpower or something, because I was so devastated that it was, like, being taken from me, and then I ended up having a panic attack because I was just dropped off at this airport and it was really busy and really big, like, it was fucking scary, and I had a panic attack because I didn't know what was going on. Um, I called Preston on the phone and was having a panic attack with him, and he somehow from across the world was able to guide me to the place where I needed to go to get on the plane. And then the plane ride was really fucking scary too because everyone was treating me like I was a flight risk, um, which was really fucking embarrassing and contributed to my psychosis a lot. I feel like another example for how fucked up I was is that I literally didn't think that the plane ride was real. I remember like walking around the plane. There weren't a lot of people on it, thank fucking God. But I would walk around the plane and I would look outside and see that, like, we were just above, like, a bunch of fucking clouds, and, like, my fucked up brain was like, "Oh, yeah, this is a fake flight. They're just having you sit on this flight while they work out all the stuff with HR." Like, being in that state was so fucking scary, and, like, I don't wish it on my worst enemy. It is fucking horrifying. And I think that's the reason why I wanted to talk about it a little bit candidly. There's still some things that I'm not quite ready to share because going through that experience has made me feel like I'm a fucking freak of nature and that it just made me feel like such a waste of life, such an inconvenience for so many people. And I don't even, it sucks because it's like completely out of my control. And I hate that I feel this way because so much shit happened. And I know it's not gonna help me to be mean to myself like this. But it's just such an isolating experience because nobody ever talks about it. I didn't even know that something like this could happen. And like I'm very weird in that when I go through something traumatic, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to do anything that makes me re-experience it again. And this is like the first time that I've been super candid in talking about what I went through, except for a handful of close friends. And it's just really hard. It's just really hard because it's embarrassing and I don't want it to happen again. And I just wish that I could have stopped it from happening. Um, but I was able to get home. And from there, I feel like the psychotic episode got even worse because I was still just so worried about other people, like, getting in trouble because of what I did. Even though I didn't do anything, I was just doing my best, and that's what I've always done. But yeah, I became very paranoid. I said and did a lot of things over the past, well, not over the past week. From the time when I got home, which I think was like June 12th or something, is when I got back to my my fucking city. Between that time and I want to say like the 14th, I was fucking out of it. I was so paranoid. I was not in reality. I was shouting random things. I was being incredibly rude to people I love and care about. All because I was so fucking paranoid that something bad was gonna happen to those around me. It'd be like the paranoia shifting from one thing to another. It wasn't just paranoia about people at work. It was also much larger stuff that's embarrassing that I don't even want to talk about. But yeah, my family took me to an emergency room to get evaluated. And I was acting fucking crazy. I thought that it was a prank. And like there are some parts that I'm able to laugh about because it's just so stupid now that I'm out of it, but like because I was so concerned with the state of my job, I literally thought that like getting taken to the ER and like having fucking fluids in me for the first time and getting blood work done, it was all to cover up like some elaborate scheme for me to like get signed by another company. And like there was at one point where I distinctly remember I thought Ben Starr was going to come into the room that I was in the hospital and do like the Ben Starr bit that we have on this fucking channel. Which is so stupid, and I wish that I knew other people that had episodes like this because I would love to know if their episodes of psychosis were as fucking stupid and ridiculous as mine were. Um, but yeah, they were trying my family was trying their best to help me come out of it at home. But I guess it got to a place where it was just too much. So they took me to my psychiatrist, and my psychiatrist, I don't even remember what she said, to be honest with you guys. There's a lot of parts where I just fully don't remember what the fuck happened, which has also been kind of scary. Um I had a conversation with my psychiatrist, and then she went and talked with my family, and they decided that the best option for me would be to go to a, I don't even know the correct word to call it. Um Basically for an entire week I had to stay in a institution where they evaluated me. Yeah, inpatient, I guess. I never know if it's inpatient or outpatient. My dumbass always never knew the difference. So that's why I was gone for so long, is because I was at this facility, and that was a whole nother thing. That was one of the hardest things that I will probably ever experience. Because it was like a perfect storm of like all these different things that trigger the fuck out of me. Like violent people, there was a lice outbreak, people sick and like coughing, and I'm like, "Oh my god, am I gonna this is how crazy my brain was still. I thought that I was gonna get hantavirus." And like I still like for half of the time that I was in this facility, I still I think was in psychosis because I remember like everyone was watching the World Cup, and I was like, this isn't real. Like that's not real. They're just putting this on to like the government's putting this on to make me feel grounded. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. But I was not well. And it was fucking terrifying being in there. And I hope that I never have to go back. But I will say, being in there helped me helped me appreciate what I do have in my life so much more. We had to do group therapy. and it was optional, so sometimes not a lot of people would come to group therapy. But there was a music therapist there, which I had never heard of. Now I really want to look into music therapy because I have always felt like really grounded when I listen to music that has a meaning that I can relate to. But especially while I was in the facility, um, it helped a lot. He like let us request music and listening to some songs that I feel like I can relate to based on my experiences. I would like they would also let us go outside sometimes and we would listen to the music and I would just be like walking laps around the fucking courtyard and sobbing to myself. It was a lot. It was a lot and it sucked and I hated it and I wish I didn't have to do it, but I feel like it was necessary for me to get out of the state that I was in. And that's pretty much everything. I feel like my family and I are still actively trying to heal from everything. Um, there was a lot that I said and a lot that I did. That was very just, I don't even know the word to say, not nice to the people I love and care about. The way that I spoke to them, the way that I treated them, it wasn't nice. So I feel lucky at all that they still love me, um, and want to be in my life, because not everyone would do that. Um, so I do want to get back to streaming because it is one of the things that I'm able to do in life that brings me happiness. Um, so I don't want to have to give that up, but I feel like it might be a little weird for some time. 'Cause I still don't fully feel like myself, if I'm being honest with you guys. This entire process, spoiler alert, I'm on new medication as well. I'm not on sertraline anymore, and I don't really wanna talk about what meds I am taking because it's kind of intense. But taking the new medication, my family trying to heal, myself trying to heal, it has been a long process. I've been out of the facility for literally a week. Yeah, literally a week. And I still feel like there's so much healing that we all need to do. So everyone heals in their own way. For me, I don't really know. I feel like I heal in many different ways. I do want to say that like going forward, I have to be a lot more strict about my boundaries because I fear that people overstepping my boundaries was part of the reason why I entered a state of psychosis earlier this month, and I don't want to have that ever happen again. So, I know that I've told you guys before that like I really struggle when folks DM me. Um I really, really, really want to ask that I keep my DMs to my close friends and like business inquiries only. I know that some of you guys like to reach out to me and check in, and I really do appreciate that. But there have just been situations where I talk to people too much, and I need to be better at protecting my own peace and like making sure that I am doing things outside of being a creator and talking to people in the community. And I know that sounds really harsh and I'm sorry, but like for me, I think that one of the contributing factors to me like going crazy is that I cared too much about what other people think. And I really need to learn to care less about what other people think and put myself first. I'm not used to putting myself first. I feel like I literally put everyone above myself. But if I don't start to put myself first, there is a chance that I could go back into a psychotic state and I do not want that to happen again. Um so thank you guys for all of your support and I don't really know what else to say. I'm gonna try my best to pick up where I left off, but I feel like there's so much that happened and so much that I still need to heal from, that it's gonna be a kind of like taking it one step at a time. Life has meaning again. Thank you. I don't even think our head pat's working. I'm so sorry. Mods, can you like refund the people that are doing the head pat? Woo! Okay, that was all the hard stuff that we had to talk about, I think. Yeah. That was like the abridged version. And I don't know what else to say now. I I have a lot of pictures of stuff that I can show you that was happy in London before I went crazy. Wait, what did she say? Oh, fuck. Sorry. I'm getting big. Making a strong social circle and support network that allows you to feel more empowered and independent and I'm trying. God, am I trying? But it's also hard for me because like I struggle with talking to too many people at once. And then I feel bad that I'm not talking to my friends enough, if that makes sense. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I really went back and forth on if I wanted to talk about any of the dark shit at all. But I was having a conversation with my fiance about how important it is to talk about the fucked up shit like this because not a lot of people will talk about it. And like I said earlier, for me, this experience has felt so fucking isolating that I wish that I knew someone who would be candid about going through something like this so that I could feel less alone. Because when you're in the thick of it and you're acting crazy and you don't remember what you said and you don't know why you did the things you did, it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Thank you guys. Thank you. Part of the reason there's a stigma is because people don't talk about. Yeah. And I think that's the conclusion that I came to is that if I'm going to be an advocate for mental health, I have to walk the walk and talk the talk, if that makes sense. I forgot to mention there's one really good thing that has come up from all of this aside from the fact that like I now feel more appreciative of everything in my life. I'll talk more on that maybe, I don't know. But because I was in psychosis and had to go to inpatient treatment, guess what? I get to have 12 weeks off from my job.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll drink to that.
Hell yeah.
I did
Hell
get
yeah.
Grippery socks. I didn't take any of them home though cuz it traumatized me. Okay, but wait.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
no, Keys is here. Now I can't be candid anymore. Hi Marquise. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. But yes, I am at the order of my psychiatrist, I have been given mandatory leave. So no, you don't have to leave. It's okay. Um so I will not have to return to that job anytime soon because of everything I've gone through. And I am actively working out what I want my future to look like, but I don't know what the answer is. So basically, I get to LARP as a full-time content creator again. But I think that I don't want like I think it would be fucked up if they were like, "Yes, you can take 12 weeks off of work because of what you went through," and then I immediately just like stressed myself out being a content creator. So, yes, exactly what Riao said. I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy. I think I'm just going to keep my schedule the same that it always has been. Slash maybe try to find some new things that work for me because I think it would be cool if this time ended up, because as fucked up as it is, and I know not everyone believes in this, I'm very much of the mind that like everything happens for a reason, and like even if it sucks and like you don't know why you're going through a tough time in the moment, in my experience, whenever I go through something really, really hard, it makes room for something better. And it could take a long time or it could not, and it could be shorter than I think. I think it would be cool if like, because I've always been like, man, wouldn't it be so nice to be a full-time content creator? What if shit just worked for me while I am in this chill part of my life? And then like, you know, things finally click and then maybe I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I don't want to say anything because you guys know I'm really superstitious and shit like that, but we'll see how it goes. I'll be here. I'll be here. I will not overstress myself. Yeah, there's a lot of different hobbies that I want to pick up. I picked up gardening. I've still been doing my witchy shit. I just went to the witchy store today. Hi Saint, it's good to see you. Light my Hermes. Ooh, I want to see it. I want to see your Hermes candle. How are your plants doing? Did I send a picture? Did I ever show you guys a picture of my plants? I have 4 plants right now. I have a snake plant, one of the snake plant cactuses. I have a monstera, which I'm already killing. So if any of you guys know how to take care of monsteras, please let me know. I'm fucking confused. I also have a hydrangea and I have a lavender bush. Have you? No, I don't name them. I haven't named any of my. How are the burbs? The dancing? No, I haven't seen the dancing burbs. Should I watch them today on stream? Riao, I thought of you when I got the hydrangeas. Do you know how to take care of them? Because one of the flower buds is like shriveling up already. Big. Mine's pretty tiny. Mine's tiny. I don't know if it'll grow at all. I liked naming my plants, but my favorite were succulents. I named them Sucky Boy and Betty. Yeah, I don't know why we haven't named plants. Okay, we can put the press conference away. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it for the press conference. I hope you enjoyed. Where the heck? Okay, here we go. Now we're back to normal. Whoa! Hi, Greyback! Oh my god, thank God you raided now. Thank God you raided after I finished talking about all of the traumatic stuff. It's good to see you. Hi, guys. Hello. Hi, welcome. If it's your first time here, my name is Alchevic. I'm the Vampire Blood Alchemist, where I like to play horror games and cry, I guess. Do we have a cry counter? I think we still have the graduates. Oh, okay, so we'll change this. Thank you guys for the follows. Now's the time where we get to have a normal stream. Everything for the past hour was just you guys being held at gunpoint while I cry and talk about my trauma. How would you rate your experience being held at gunpoint talking about my trauma for the past hour on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being that was fucking miserable and 10 being I loved that. Wait, what did we cry? What did we call the cry counter, you guys? Don't say 67. Come on, grow up. Come on. What did we call the cry counter? I don't remember. Did we say days since last cry, or did we just do cry? Wait, did any of you actually cry while I was crying? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Days since last cry. Okay. I told you I wouldn't remember how to be a streamer. Days since last cry. 0. And JoJo's still here. Somebody because I haven't posted shorts. I ran out of shorts that were queued up while I was in the institution. Somebody commented on one of my shorts with JoJo and they tagged JoJo's owner and was like, "You need to see this." Thank you for the raid, Greybuck. I hope that you guys had a good stream. Thank you for sharing your community with me. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. If any of you guys need to raid and run, please feel free to do so. And if y'all don't follow Greybuck, please consider checking him out. He is a really funny guy. He's a really funny guy, and I recommend you watch his streams. Yes. It was more of a thank you for trusting us. Like, there was no way that I could not talk about what I went through at least a little bit. So for me, it's more so of a thank you for fucking dealing with my shit. Vampire Therapist. I remember wanting to play that game 6,000 years ago. Is there still an interest in playing Vampire Therapist? Do people still want to see that? I signed an NDA.
Hell yeah.
I wish that I did sign an NDA. That was one of the things that my brain kept thinking in Psychosis. There were so many fucking funny things that I thought while I was... Oh my god. I need to show you guys something. Hold on. We're also going to do a little bit of hand cam today because I have a lot of stuff that I want to show you guys. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna have to fuck with my camera. I have no idea what the positioning is like. Maybe you guys will get like a crotch shot. Wouldn't that be fun? Wow. Did you guys know I have tattoos? Whoa. Whoa. When I was in Psychosis, I wanted to get a tattoo while I was in London. Do you think that I would have regretted that? It was really funny because like the guy the guy that I was talking to, like he ended up being from HR. I didn't realize he was from HR, but like our sister location. FNAF reference. And I was telling him because there was a tattoo shop right next to the venue. So I would like walk 15 minutes to the venue every day. I would be there all day, but sometimes I would walk around and there was like little shops and stuff. There was a really cool tattoo shop with Flash, and I went and talked to them, and I was like, hey, do you guys have appointments? And they were like, yes, we have one tomorrow. And I was like, lucky me, that's my day off. And then I was like crying in my fucking hotel room, not eating. And this guy, and he was like, so what do you have planned for today? Because he was like trying to take my mind off of everything. And I was like, I was gonna go see if I could get a tattoo. And he was like, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I was so upset. But I wanted to get a magpie because you guys know I'm in my my Corvid era. And I really wanted to, not on this arm, but like on this arm. I wanted to get like a little magpie that like when you open and close your arm, it like looks like it's flapping. Would the crows have been offended at a magpie tat? I don't know. There were crows and what, Deanna? Oh shit, sorry. I didn't say that. What, D? I didn't say that. What's wrong? What? You don't want me to get a tattoo while I'm in Psychosis? You're no fun. I'm so sorry. I'm actually really sorry. I knew that I shouldn't have streamed today. Anyways, I will show you guys something. So the crazy thing about being someone who is identifying as a baby witch and going through a psychotic episode was that I thought that everything was a sign from the universe. And I feel like that contributed to how long my state of psychosis lasted. Because I would hear like a crow and I would be like, oh my God, the crow's talking to me. It's talking to me. And it's like, it gets to and I was having a conversation with one of my friends who used to work with me. We went to no, you gotta be careful about being Delulu. It's scary, dude. I met up with some of my girlfriends that I used to work with, for a witchy festival yesterday for the Strawberry Moon. It was like it was just kind of like a street fair, but it was in a little barn. It was really cute. I got some goodies. But I was talking to my one friend in particular because they used to be a social worker, and they also are into witchy shit. So I was telling them about this experience that I had, and they were like, "Yeah, like it's a whole thing." They told me that there's a like a name for it when you think that everything is a sign from whatever you believe in, and it like only happens when you're psychotic. So that was fun. I literally was like, "Wait, that doesn't happen to normal people?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "What if you're just really bored and you think that everything is like a sign because you need some kind of hope?" And she was like, "No." Anyways, one of the things that was like I was trying to get me through the episode is tarot, and I kept thinking about some of my friends. I love all of my friends equally, but for whatever reason, during my psychotic episode specifically, I kept thinking of like Farah and Rosalie and Opal and Misty and Percy. And while I was in the hospital, I kept thinking to myself, I was like, "Oh my God, what if we could be a VTuber group?" What if we could be a VTuber group and we could all be based off of tarot cards, and then we could pop the fuck off, and then we could be in a VTuber trading card game? So I like did this weird shit. I did this to the case of my tarot deck while I was in psychosis. Because I was like thinking to myself, I was like, "Oh, Farah is the moon. Rosalie is the sun." I forget who I said the star was. The high priestess is Misty. And then I think that I said that I was the world or something, which like, girl, talk about fucking narcissism, am I right? And then like I looked at the bottom of the tarot deck at the same time. And then I saw that there was the Hierophant, and I was like, "Oh, the Hierophant is the evil people at my job trying to get me fired." But I don't even remember what the Hierophant even is. I never really pulled that card. Would Percy be the star? I kept saying that Percy would be the magician. Cause like I was thinking about this a lot when I was in the I call it the loony bin because that's how I cope. Some of you guys might think that's offensive, but like you can't say it's offensive because it's something that I went through and you didn't, right? I'm just kidding. I kept thinking about what cards the girls would be. And I kept struggling with Opal. Yeah, I think what card would Opal be, y'all? You know? Anyone have any strong thoughts? I feel like there's not enough good cards in the major arcana to assign them to all my friends because like no one wants to be like the 3 of cups, right? Like we want to be something from the major arcana. You can call it whatever you want. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. There's running a bit with some of my witchy friends that I should be the fool. Yes. Okay. I don't even think that the fool is that bad of a card. I hope that you guys don't mind that we do some tarot education for a minute. Because the fool is all about starting new adventures. So I actually don't even think that it's that bad of a card. In fact, I think there was a time when I was doing this shit where I was like, I should be the fool. But I think that I ended up... I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know. Even if you never answered my calls, I tried to call you from the loony bin, dude. I remember I was like talking to Preston.
Words with a tire. Cannot get that at the paper plate awards.
The 9 of Swords. Wait, no, Soren. Aren't those both bad cards? I know the Tower is not really the greatest card. Anyways, I remember when I was in there, because like while I was in London, oh my God, you guys, there was so much happening. I wanted to get a tattoo. So I was like messaging the tattoo artist, and then my dream rigger My dream rigger for fucking 4.0 opened up applications, and I knew that she was gonna open them up while I was in London. But I was like, oh, like everything just works out for me. I'll get accepted. I did a really half-ass application because I was actively in psychosis, and also I didn't have anything ready because my model still is like in its infancy phases. And I was like, hey, I love your work. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of extra fucking arm toggles and expressions and also an alternate outfit. Um, and also this is the sketch of my model. And I was like, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. She'll accept me. And then I didn't know what the fuck she was gonna do because then I was in the loony bin. So I called Preston and I was like, can you check my DMs on Twitter and see if that rigger accepted me or not? I got denied. And then I had a meltdown about it in the loony bin. And I remember I showered like twice a day while I was in there because, like I said, there was a lice outbreak and I was terrified of getting lice. But I also would go take a shower whenever I was distraught and just needed to cry. So I remember like finding out that I got denied from my dream rigger, and I went and I sat in the shower and like sobbed. And it's fucked up because while you're in there, they don't let you have your door closed. So like everyone and their mom fucking just heard me wailing in the shower, sitting down on the floor, raw dogging the floor, my bare ass on the floor crying. Thank you, Scriptor. So yeah, if any of you guys have rigger recommendations, let me know because now I don't know who the fuck's gonna rig me. Here's the tarot deck that I got from the Witchy Festival yesterday though. I posted it on Instagram. Needing the shower cry. Shower cries are pretty nice, y'all. It's a good coping skill if you need to go have a cry somewhere. I should make a joke. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, here are my crows. Which, by the way, one of my girlfriends that was like going through the shit at work while I was in London, she quit, by the way. She quit. I was like all worried and she was like, no, I'm not dealing with this. I quit. And I'm like, honestly, good for you. She told me that she was like sitting outside at one point while I was in psychosis that nobody knew at the time. And she was like talking to her boyfriend about how worried she was about everything that I was going through. And then she told me that a crow flew by and dropped a fucking crow feather in her lap. She told me this yesterday when we were at the Witchy Festival, and I was like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. No crow has ever given me its feathers before, and I've been feeding them for like 3 months straight. Like, what do you mean? I know this guy named Ren. I'm dead. Yeah. Ren is a good rigger for sure. Are you disappointed to learn the new Spyro is actually real? God, I can't. Honestly, should I play it? Maybe. I know that. Don't I owe you guys a Spyro stream or something? From what do I owe you shit from? Bigmas? Do I seriously still owe you guys stuff from fucking Christmas time? That's so embarrassing. I'm sorry. Why do you guys still support me? Why? How have I not been like canceled as a grifter yet or something? New Spyro's pretty. I don't think Riao knows about my beef with Spyro. I love you guys too. Yeah, that's the other thing that I needed to tell you is that I do plan on doing the community awards show still this month. I'll probably do it right before Offkai because guess what? Guess what? I am going to Offkai again this year. Yes, so hopefully I will see some of you there. Yippee! Yeah. Oh. Oh my god, the heat.
Can't stay long. Dealing with a bad headache you do today. We're to get some rest. I'm so sorry for what you had to go through.
It's
Just
okay.
try not to feel
Oh my god,
yourself,
Uncle is struggling.
especially when trying to recover and help heal.
Oh, and then he's gone. Thank you so much, Diamonds. Yeah, I'm doing my best. It's been weird because I feel like ever since I got out, the way that I talk about it makes it sound like prison, but it basically is prison. So, ever since I got out, I've kind of like, I feel like I've been doing too much because if I sit with my thoughts for too long, I'll get fucked up and sad. So I've been doing a lot. We've been trying to redecorate the house. We're trying to get back into cooking. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we're trying to do. So I think I need to challenge myself this week to actually like rest because I haven't been doing a lot of that. I've been doing a lot of other shit that makes me happy, like fucking shopping. My son spent some time in what he refers to as prison. It helped him quite a bit though. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say too, is that like even though everything I went through was really tough. Thank you. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Marie Faniolo gifted a tier
Everything
1
I went
sub
through
to
was
Lil
really tough. It was the hardest
Brandboy_.
thing that I've ever gone through. It might even be the hardest thing I will go through even when I'm like 50, 60, 70 years old. Don't really know what else could be harder than what I went through. Especially knowing that I've hurt some people that I care about with the way that I acted while I was not myself. It has also helped me appreciate the things that I do have in life more. I tweeted about this today. I was so overwhelmed with how kind and supportive people were when I first started talking about how I went through vaguely what I went through on social media, and like the fact that there are so many of you guys who like were excited when I came back despite everything, despite the fact that like I'm probably not going to feel like myself until many weeks from now. I don't know. I think it's really sweet that so many of you guys are still supporting me and are excited to see me. It's really meant the world to me because I think before I took a lot of it for granted. I would always just look at other people that I admired and compare myself to them and think to myself, well, why can't I have XYZ? I want to be like so and so. And the experience that I have went through is it sucked that it happened and I wish that I didn't have to go through it. But it helped me appreciate the things that I have.
Alchev lovers.
Thank you, Davey. Thank you guys so much for all the resubs and the gift subs. I appreciate it. I'm glad I'm back too. I don't know. It's just tough wanting to make sure that I still take it easy because a lot of my doctors are telling me like you have to drink water, you have to rest, you have to eat well, you have to do things that fill your cup. Otherwise, you might go back into a state of psychosis. And I don't want to I don't want to deal with that again. I couldn't imagine dealing with it again, especially knowing that it can happen because, like, when it was happening, obviously I had no idea. Like, I was just fully lost touch with reality. But now I feel like if it were to start happening again, I feel like I would be able to be like, oh shit, it's happening, we need to stop this. So yeah, it's gonna be tough because you guys know me. I have a lot of ideas and aspirations and I don't like feeling stagnant. It's gonna be weird for me because I feel like I'm gonna have to force myself to be okay with being stagnant for a while, especially because I'm not gonna be working. And that's going to bring up some feelings from when I was unemployed, and that was a whole other situation. As grateful as I am to have some time off of work to recover, I am a little bit worried that it might, have me swing into a depressive episode, if that makes sense. Let's see here. What freelancer said it feels weird to not be able to say hi. Oh, wait. If there's one thing I learned while you were gone, it's ridiculous. It's how ridiculously much you mean to basic. Ah, that's so cute. You guys mean a lot to me too. It's really cool to see all of my people again. I'm happy we could reassure you. I don't want to speak about too much we spoke about privately, but I'm glad I could be there. Ah, I love you, D. Thank you for still being my friend even when I am a fucking dumbass. Can understand how you do feel more equipped, strengthened by your own self-awareness. Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary being like, man, this thing is just like lingering inside of me. It's kind of how you know what? It's kind of how I feel about shingles. Shout out anyone else who has gotten shingles. The fucking threat of it flaring up again at any given time if you don't take care of yourself. I imagine they'll have you learn grounding techniques. Yes. And that's the other thing that I have to do this week is I really have to find a therapist. I've been trying to find a good therapist for a year now, and I just haven't found one. You get your dumbassery from me. I feel like my dumbassery is on another level. Maybe don't think of it as being stagnant. Try to view it as working on your foundation. Yeah, that's true. I just really want to take up so many hobbies. Like I put some things on my throne for wanting to touch grass. I want to learn how to make bread. What else did I say that I'm going to get into yoga. I was doing yoga while I was in the loony bin and it was really nice. So I got a yoga mat and I'm going to go outside on my deck and do yoga when I feel like I have the spoons. I need to start going to the gym again too. Yes, I was gonna say we need to have a moment. There's a lot of things that I have to be a shill about, okay? Are you guys ready? Because this all happened as I was leaving for London, basically, and I feel like I never promoted it. All right. I'm out of practice. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Come over here! The voice crack, holy shit. There we go. Did you know that we have a new flavor of advanced?
Hello.
You can't even wait. This is the old one.
I have a small request. Please get your alchevic.
You guys sold out the new one.
And use the code alchevic for 10% off. Please, because I asked nicely.
Well, even though Ben Starr asked nicely and he didn't end up surprising me in the hospital, you can't even get rose petal potion. That's our new flavor. It's mango dragon fruit. So you guys just got to keep an eye on it, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry about it. One of them is always sold out. I haven't gotten the chance to try it yet. It's sitting up on my shelf. Maybe I should try it tonight. Because my doctor told me I'm supposed to drink 3 liters of water with the medication I'm on. Anyways, you can get Twilight Rose Tincture, which is a fruit punch flavored energy powder. Yes, 3 liters. I know. I be pissing. Oh, thank you, Blaine. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we also have shaker cups. We have 2 shaker cups in my household. Quite nice. Would recommend the shaker cups. And you can use code alchevic to save 10% off at all times. But that's not all. We also have, I'm not sure if you are familiar, a coffee collab. If you go to Itasha Coffee Co. Look, there I am! Look, Mom, there I am! Holy fucking shit! There she is! There she fucking is. I know.
Hell
How cool
yeah.
is that? You can get some coffee. My collab is a vanilla rose flavored blend. I need to try it. I've had some brewing in my cold brew container for like a week. I want to try it live on stream after this. You can get whole bean, you can get ground coffee, or you can get it in a K-cup. And finally, we have some new merch. I know, it's been sitting there for too long. It's my bad, my bad. We have some new merch that came out for my birthday at Ubu Market. I saw someone ask if it got extended. It did. This, I don't know what the hell is going on with like the normal stuff, TM, because my rep told me that you could extend it, but it says campaign ended. I think the campaign ended is like not important. But you can get phone grips of Penelope. You can get, the site is really slow, I'm sorry. You can get a poster, you can get a desk mat, we have new stickers, and we also have this freaking hoodie, which, if it ever gets fully funded, it will be a miracle. The crows will finally bring me their feather on the day that this gets fully funded, because I didn't know that it was going to be like this when I said that I wanted to try to do an embroidered hoodie, so I do apologize. We have to essentially raise, I think, 30 units, and they each cost $90. So I understand that's not for everyone, but it is in existence if you are interested in the hoodie. It's a nice basic design with just my pictorial logo of the dagger embroidered on the chest area. So that's gonna be running for 10 more days. You know, card? Don't fucking bring that shenanigans back. Don't fucking bring that shenanigans back. But yeah, the links to all of my merch and collaborations are always in the About Me section on Twitch. You can also do, what is it, like coffee, exclamation point coffee. You can do exclamation point advance, and you can do exclamation point merch. You cannot do exclamation point wish list though, because that's not real and it doesn't exist. Especially not the, that doesn't at all. Okay, I'm gonna go get the coffee that's been sitting in my fridge brewing for like a week, and we're gonna try it live on stream. All right, give me 1 second. What did I miss? Nothing? Yeah, you can make a brief announcement. What's up? It's not often that my mods want to make an announcement. What did D do? What did D do? I'm scared. Hi, Prince! It's good to see you. How are you? I miss you, dude. I hope you've been doing well. It'll take a minute to type out, so you can keep going if you want. Okay, it sounds good. I'm gonna change my outfit. I thought that it would be good if I did this outfit for the beginning of stream today, but now I want to get into my other outfit. Do you guys have a preference? Do you like my OG outfit or my new outfit better? Busy with shows? Oh my goodness. Oh shit, my clothes are off. I don't know if you guys deserve the clothes being off today. Let's ease back into it, all right? Fucking ease back into that shit. I like you. I like you too. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guess Penelope can be here. I have, ooh, I am commissioning someone to make a chat mascot finally. And I believe that they just started. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. But then, like, I don't know if I should wait until I start using 4.0 model or if I should just use it anyway. No one did anything while Vic was gone. I will choose to believe that. I will. Okay. What monstrosity? I feel like you guys might be able to make a guesstimate at this point. Do we get any hint? No comment. No comment. No comment. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Why did you guys tell me that Leon's titties were out the first time I did this? No one cares about Leon's titties anymore? Is this against TOS? Listen, I'm just testing for wrist support. That's what I'm doing. They were just sitting there. Okay. Yeah. So I do have my own coffee. I haven't tried it yet though, because it came right before I left for London, and then we all know how that went. So here it is in my Sumiko Garashi glass. I got this glass from Japan. It's got little Sumiko Garashi guys on it. All right. Honestly, it just smells. I don't really get any floral or vanilla from it. It kind of just smells like a typical cold brew to me. Okay, so when you do coffee tasting, I don't know if it's like this for cold brew as well, but when you drink hot coffee for coffee tasting, you're supposed to slurp it so that it like coats your tongue properly. So I'm sorry for anyone who doesn't like the sound of slurping. Wait. Oh my god, that's crazy. It really does taste like rose. Ooh, that's cool. I honestly didn't know if they would be able to capture the flavor a lot. So, when I brought this idea to Itasha, I was talking about how I wanted something that encapsulated my favorite coffee from this chain in the California area called Phil's, and it's like a rose latte. So it's got like sweet cream and like rose syrup, and they make it with a cold brew. So I think that if I took this, added some vanilla syrup and put some kind of milk in it, I feel like it would be pretty good. But honestly, it's pretty good black. Like, florals are hard for me to describe. Oh shit, I see that. I see that fucking wall of text. Florals are hard for me to describe because when you say something tastes floral, a lot of people are like, ew, gross, I don't want that. But it's really nice. It's like I've been really enjoying lavender and matcha lattes lately, and I can never describe a good floral. I don't know. It tastes like a rose, but in a good way, if that makes any sense. All right, let's see what Fleewancer said. I know I alluded to it earlier, but while you were gone, myself and the mods got a lot of messages from the victims. I'm not going to out or dox anyone, but I wanted you to know that the number of people who just wanted to ask if they could do anything for you and let you know that you were in their thoughts was kind of amazing. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, it's tough because um thank you, Freelancer. Thank you for saying that. I'm happy that our community is like here for each other. The tough thing about the situation that I was in is that like thank God I didn't have access to my phone because I probably would have been sad fishing, and like I don't want that to be the takeaway from this experience either. Like I'm only talking about it because I feel like it's good to talk about things that are hard so that people can feel less alone. Um I appreciate the fact that people want to do stuff to help me, but like, I don't know. I'm really bad at asking for help. I hate doing it. I hate asking for things. And that's probably to my own detriment. I probably could have a lot nicer things in life if I just wasn't afraid to ask for shit, but I don't know, especially nowadays. I feel like the world is so hard already. I feel like I don't deserve to ask for help. So, it means a lot to me that some of you guys cared enough to reach out, and thank you mods for dealing with some stuff while I was away. I appreciate it. Um Speaking of all of that, I said earlier that I wanted to where did I put them? Oh, I know. I wanted to share some stuff about my time in London that wasn't like terrible, cuz a lot of it was really good until it got weird. So, I want to share some pictures of some of the stuff that I did experience in London before I went crazy, TM. Don't say you don't deserve good things. I feel like I don't deserve, like, and that's something that I'm working on too, is like, it's very important to speak positively. Like in terms of like stuff that you aspire to do, in terms of just yourself. Um, your words have power, and I am learning that. And it's very important to not be mean to yourself when you talk about yourself. And that's really hard for me. So I feel like we also I need to do away with the idea of deserving, because like whether or not you deserve something versus like you getting it is like irrelevant, right? Like there are a lot of people that don't deserve good and they have good things anyway. So I challenge myself to try to not think that way, and all of you as well, like any of you guys who are thinking to yourselves like, oh, I feel like I don't deserve this one thing that I really want. That's not true. That's not true. You can have anything, can do anything, as long as you put in the work and have the mental space to do it. But thank you for the kind words. This was my first meal, I think, in London. It was Wagamama, because I remember when I used to go to Anime Boston, there was a Wagamama there and we would always go. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, but it was awkward because I didn't eat all my food and the waiter seemed like disappointed in me. And I'm like, I'm literally just one person. I can't fucking eat all this shit. And my hotel room doesn't have a microwave or a mini fridge. Hi, GP. I'm doing good. How are you? Practicing thinking more positively about myself has been years long. It's really hard. It's really hard, but it's worth it, I think. When I lived in England. Yeah, I didn't know that they were like a England thing. I didn't know what I thought they were. Oh. This was like, I feel like my witchy sign that like some fuck shit was gonna go down while I was in London. I got this crystal. I think it's black tourmaline. Let me Google it to make sure. Because I got it right before my trip, because it's supposed to protect you. And the girl at the witchy shop recommended it for traveling specifically. Okay, it's for grounding and shielding negative energy. It's also good for purifying spaces. Yeah, like the second day that I was in London, it fucking broke. And I think I told Preston, I was like, oh my God, wait, I'm scared that this broke. That must be a bad sign. And he was like, no, it's okay, because the actual crystal didn't break, just the train. And he ended up buying me a chain. He was gonna bring it to me, but you know, he didn't get to join me. So he gave it to me when I was home. Just crazy. Good night, Davey. Thank you for being here. I hope the move you had went smoothly. I didn't move, but I did do a lot of other stuff, and I'm okay now. That's all that matters. We do love Preston. Shout out Preston. This was some of the treats that I got while I was in London. That's another thing that I was devastated about, because I had to leave the country so like rapidly and like without warning, and like that guy from HR literally was helping me pack. I had like a tote bag of snacks that I was collecting, because I was like, oh, I'll eat snacks when I'm at work, or I'll bring them home with me. He left the tote bag in the hotel room, so I never got my fucking UK snacks that I wanted to take with me. And I'm pissed the fuck off, because they had a lot of really good snacks. These little cookies, I think that they call them biscuits or something. These I can get at like World Market in the US, but like they had such good chocolate in London, and I didn't get to fucking take anything home with me. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. I do need the care package from you UK people. Oh, this was my view from my hotel room. And where I did all my witchy shit. I had my protection spell jar here and a little clear quartz for cleansing and one of my little deity statues. I had Nando's like 3 times in a row because it was like the only thing that was open, and it's really good. I've had Nando's before. There's a Nando's in Canada, and we typically go there whenever we go up to Canada. I miss Nando's. It's so yummy. Need you to start an international snack. Yeah, Pale, can you start one of those like snack boxes for me, please? Thank you. This shit. This is so simple, but I was living my best life for the free hotel breakfast. They had like a buffet and then they had a menu that you could order from. Every day I would get croissants and black currant jam and orange juice and coffee. It was so fucking good. And it sounds so simple, but black currant jam is my new favorite thing. And I went to World Market to see if I could find some. And I found something similar. I don't know if it's going to be as good. Oh, it was so good. I wish. And that's another thing that, and like part of my psychosis when I was coming home was like, oh, they're just sending me home as like a thing that they have to do. When I get home, me and Preston are gonna move. I literally thought me and Preston were going to move to London. And that's why they were like rushing me out. I was like, oh, they're rushing me out because they know that I'm gonna move back here and I'm gonna live here and I'm gonna work here remotely. Like, anyway, blackcurrant just isn't a thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's not typically available at a regular grocery store. It's usually just like strawberry, blackberry, blueberry. In Washington State, we have a couple of other like berries. We have like huckleberry and marionberry, but blackcurrant was my favorite. It was so good. But yeah, I really wish that I could have lived in a European country because they really take their time. Like when I went out to eat, it was like an hour and a half endeavor. Everyone is like taking their time, no one's in a rush, and that was really nice at breakfast time. They would like, because we wouldn't have to be on site until noon. And I remember talking to people, I was like, why do we have to back home report at 9 a.m. when the show doesn't start until 1:30 or 2? And like when you're on site here in London, like you show up at 12 and the show still starts at 2. I don't know. I wish more people got to have slow mornings every single day because it was quite nice. I'm not always best at it, but I always try to not think about whether or not I deserve good things to happen. I always try to remind others that they shouldn't think of it that way. Yeah, I think it's important. It's important to just be at peace with whatever. I was very inspired by this journaling session that I had. Oh, this is when I did my spread for the first day of June. Yeah, I got a little crazy with my journals when I was actively in psychosis. I had to rip a lot of pages out because it was a little bit triggering to look back at nowadays, but I still journal. It's really good. I know some of you guys were saying that you started journaling daily. I highly recommend it. It's a great tool to reflect. Oh, I had a runny egg for the first time because the first day that I got there and I got breakfast, I was like, I don't want to eat anything, but I need to eat some protein. And they gave me a runny egg, but it was weird because it was like partially runny. I don't know. It's still not my favorite thing. I'm not a big fan. I get weird with eggs. Here was one of my fits. Here was one of my fits. This was my walk to the venue every day. It was such a cute little area. It was like a little business district, and there were so many students and like professional adults. I don't know. It was it was so peaceful. I love your style. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to go shopping for Offkai because I want to I want to live my true alt goth baddie. Oh, here's the magpie! The magpies were so fucking cool. I wish that we had magpies in my state. They're so beautiful. They're so pretty when they run. What, run? Excuse me. I meant fly. They're so pretty when they fly because then you can see all of their blue and white feathers. I love them. I wish we could shop together. You wanna shop together on FaceTime? We can do that. That would be fun. Okay, next photo dump. I was like taking pictures of the ingredients on snacks and stuff because I was like in awe. Look at the fucking ingredients. There's like 5 ingredients. If you got some potato chips in the US, there would be like 20. I don't even remember what kind of chips these were. I think that they were just like salted chips. Why are you waving? When they run, it's pretty goofy. I know. They're so cute though. No comment. Pale, you can diss on the US if you want. I don't mind. I know that I'm a fat American. This was literally coming from the venue because we would like come down this back entrance. I don't know why I took a picture of this. I was just, I don't know. I was really happy. I was vibing. Hi, Apollyon. It's good to see you. The reason behind that in the States is the FDA requires us to include the ingredients of the ingredients. Oh, interesting. Walkers. Right, Walkers. This was also on my way back, my walk back. I just loved walking so much. I wish I lived in a walkable city. This was when I was in shock and awe that I could only get one size of iced dirty chai. Like, what do you mean? Normally, I get one that's like double this size. There's my hand for reference. It was really good. Where is this? This was when I was in London for work. How shall we? I literally was like, I need to get like 2 of these. 2 of these just so I can live. And this was another time I was like trying to figure out what to eat for breakfast. This is such a stupid thing to take a photo of. What do you guys take photos of when you travel abroad? Do you take photos of a fucking piece of ham slapped on a pile of eggs? I didn't know what to do for breakfast because it was all like, I'm not fucking with the English breakfast. Never did an English breakfast. Fuck that shit. I don't like it. No offense. There was pancakes, but I was like, I'm not gonna eat pancakes. It's gonna make me want to fall asleep. And I needed protein. So I was like, give me fucking eggs. They called it eggs on toast, which I think is really cute. Give me eggs on toast, but it's not enough. I need to have like a breakfast sandwich. My fat American self is like, give me a breakfast sandwich. So I had to make my own. They had like a cold cut thing at the buffet area. So I would take cold pieces of ham and fucking put it on top of the egg. Hi, Fest. It's good to see you. I have so many. Yeah, I didn't eat any like insanely good food while I was in London because a lot of the times I would go for breakfast at the hotel. And then when I got home, when I was done with work, it would be like 10 and then everything would be closing. So then I would have to fucking get like Nando's or some shit, which like is good, but you know. Oh, here's the magpie again. Am I going in reverse? Oh. One night I went to the hotel restaurant again to get something because there were a lot of nights where I was so fucking exhausted because I was like clocking like 20,000 steps and I was like burnt out. I was fucking like, So I went to the hotel and asked for a Caesar salad and they gave me one with like fake, you know, this like bacon that's like, it's just like that dehydrated, fully cooked bacon that you get at the grocery store, right? And then the full sardine! The full sardine! I was like, I like the flavor of sardine, but I'm not gonna eat that. Sounds like they had continental breakfast buffet, so you always see people making a cursed as fuck food combos. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm still so upset that they sent me home early, but like, I guess it just needed to happen because by the time that they had sent me home, I was starting to make friends and there were like people that I would see. Because I was trying my best to network as well. There were a couple people from, like, my sister facility in Ireland who I met, and I was, like, talking to them candidly about, like, all of my gripes, which, like, maybe is one of the reasons why I got sent home, who knows? Maybe they were snitching. But it's cool because like, they would just, like, see because they all travel all the time, like, for whatever reason, my role was one of the ones where it's like they don't always send the same person. They switch it up, whereas most people, they're like they do their job and they get sent for every event throughout the year. But there were people that I would meet at breakfast, and I never got to see anyone's cursed food combos. I didn't. But yeah, this was pretty fire aside from the whole fishes. I don't fuck with that. Certainly bacon. I don't think I ate the bacon either. There are times, I don't know if you guys have ever tried this, but if you make a chicken Caesar wrap, I highly recommend putting some bacon in there. It's very good. But this type of thing in the salad is not my fave, but it was good. This shit, I need to find a place where I can get this in the US. Have any of you guys tried shakshuka? It's basically like this tomato sauce with an egg and feta cheese, and you put it on toast. It's so looks like heartburn. Oh my god, Phil, there were so many times where I was scared I was gonna get terrible heartburn. It's so good. I also want to try making it at home. Hi, Coda, welcome. I want that right now. It was very good. The only thing is though is that and this was just the issue that I was running into as a single traveler is like I couldn't finish my food because I could only eat about half of that shit in the skillet, and I'm like, well, I don't know. Moroccan South African tomato based breakfast. They poached the eggs in the sauce. Yeah, I kind of liked it because I'm weird with eggs, so I just like cut up the egg and stirred it in, and it like cooked more, which was nice for me. The cool thing about the London area, I don't know if it's like this in all of the UK, but there were so many different cultures. Like there were a ton of like Indian folks, there were a ton of like Muslim folks, a ton of different cultures, and then also a lot of different types of Asian people as well. It was basically like you could find any type of cuisine that you wanted to. Another thing that I didn't get to try, because we were right next to this like mall, and the mall had so much good food. They had like 4 different fucking food courts in that mall. There was a place where you could get like matcha and hojicha ice cream. I fucking love hojicha ice cream. I gotta go back. Oh, I took a picture of the soap because, dude. So I got there like 4 days before the show started, and we're like in the backstage area, and there are 2 bathrooms, and they ran out of soap, and I kept having to piss because I was super fucking anxious. I was pissing like every hour, and there was no fucking soap, and like sorry to say it, but like a lot of the people that were on the crew were men, and like for whatever reason, a lot of you men, I'm generalizing here, I'm sorry about it. You guys don't fucking care about washing your hands right. And so I was like, I can't fucking deal with this. I can't bye Yuri, thank you for lurking. There was a Tesco around the corner. I took my ass to the Tesco and I bought myself some soap to supply the bathrooms. I fucking used my own fucking per diem money to fucking supply the fucking bathrooms with soap because nobody could fucking be fucked up. Sorry, I'm getting angry for reason. But yeah, it was crazy seeing Jet 2 Holiday because I thought that was just a meme. I didn't know that was a real thing. That was like all over the place. I went to the grocery store. I hate that that tracks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Maybe not the victims, the male victims, but men in general. Y'all don't be washing your hands. I don't know why I took a photo of this. This is just a fun. It was a really good salad. Oh, I think it was okay. There was one night where I took myself to one of the little bistros on the walk home, and it was really awkward eating by myself late at night. but it was really good. The salad, I got a little side salad. It was really good. This pizza! Pizza was this was probably the best thing that I ate. And I know it's just, but you guys know I love pizza. Bean Fits, thank you for freaking 10 months. Thank you. You literally went on a Jet2 holiday? Wait, what does it mean to go on a Jet2 holiday? Is it like a travel agency? Why can't you? Oh, and this bistro was also like a coffee shop, and they had little Polaroids of doggies on their fucking espresso machine. Oh my god. Look at this one. This one over here, he's like side-eyeing the camera. Oh my god. Yeah, and of course, this little bit, the baby, 2 months old latte. Oh. Hi, Boxster! It's good to see you. This was one night I was like extremely fucking anxious. I think it was after I called my bestie at work and she was like, I think I'm gonna fucking. There was just so much drama happening. And I got so anxious, I was like, I need to fucking take a walk. So I took like an hour-long walk around the area by myself. Which everyone's saying like, oh, you gotta be careful. Literally, it was the safest I've ever felt in my entire life. I think I saw maybe like one tweaker the entire time I was there. And I remember having a conversation with someone on site who was there like making food for everyone who had to stay late. And she was talking about how she hated the area. She like lived close by, but she hated the town that the show was being held in. She was like, there are so many drug addicts. And I was like, girl, I'm literally from Seattle. Like, let me tell you about what it looks like to have a real homelessness crisis. So yeah, it was very safe and very beautiful. I miss it a lot. Oh, here's me with my fucking jam and croissant again. And this was the tattoo shop. This was when I first I was walking around, saw their flash, and I was like, oh shit. Wait, this is actually kind of my style. I really hope that one day I can go back and actually get a tattoo because their work was really good and the artist was really nice to me talking. I will never forget the experience. Kat was with me in Seattle and there was just some man that like shouted at us and called us like a bitch or something. Um this was actually some shots like from the show when it was going on. This was my favorite coach. I was happy to be able to see screen. This was when they won. This was when they won as well, but unfortunately I'm pretty sure they got sent home pretty quick because whenever America's teams get pitted against international like other teams, we usually don't perform well. My eyes itch. Cheddars. Did you see it? Vale, you're going ahead. Stop being dude. You gotta work on living in the moment, Vale. Hi, Parker. Hello. Here's my walk as well. This area was my favorite part of the walk because I always saw the magpies over here. Yeah, it's good to see you, dude. How are you? Curry. This was from one of the mall food courts. Surprisingly good curry. And I remember I was sitting here and I accidentally stayed past closing. There were so many times I accidentally stayed past closing because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't fucking sleep. The chat, yes. I was obsessed with these because you know what they taste like? They taste like cheese nips. Do any of my Americans remember cheese nips? Because that's what they taste like, and we don't have them anymore, at least that I know of. So this was like, I ate these for lunch every day and like an energy drink. And it's funny because like over here, there's like a container of real food that someone brought me because there were a lot of people who were really kind and they saw that I was like barely leaving my desk. So they would go get stuff for me, like real food. And then I'd be like, nah, it's okay. I just want to eat this shit. They sound familiar. Cheese nips were fucking bussing. Here's kind of what the little room that I was in looked like. So there would be like people sitting in all these different chairs.
Oh, you girl dinner
and
options like.
girl dinner. Oh, and then I met a puppy at the coffee shop. Oh, I think his name was Jimbo. I was like tweaking the fuck out. This was probably like when I first started to enter a episode of Psychosis. I was tweaking out and I like went to the coffee shop. It was really weird, you guys, because every day I would go get the breakfast and then across the street I would go to a coffee shop and I would get an iced dirty chai with oat milk. And I remember like when I started getting like fucked up, I went to the coffee shop and I got up to the counter and I was like staring at the barista and I like didn't remember what to say. I couldn't fucking remember what my order was. And he knew what my order was and he was like laughing at me, and that was when the first moment where I was like, "Oh shit, something's happening and I'm not." But Jimbo was cute. I saw he was sitting with his owner in some chairs like right behind the coffee counter area. And I was like, "Can I pet your dog?" And he was yapping to me about how nice his dog was. Very sweet. Hi, Mallory. Yeah, Frenchie. It was the first time that I've ever actually pet a Frenchie before. Their fur texture. Is it weird that the hardest part of that is to believe that someone who does not live in the US deep south named their dog Jimbo? Yeah, I don't know. You're so right about that. Jimbo is kind of an interesting name. Oh, I think this is when I started to like not be doing well, and I was like, I need to do a tarot reading to understand what's going on. And I took a picture of my it was really um I don't even fully remember what it means, but like death, whenever you pull death, that's like a pretty much a card about like a cycle ending. Um Ace of Pentacles is usually like finances coming in. Don't remember what Four of Cups reversed means. I don't remember. But I remember being freaked out by this reading and being like, "Oh my god, something terrible's going to happen." Also, when I was actively in psychosis and in my moment where like everything is a sign, I saw that like this coffee at the coffee shop that I would go to by the arena had coffee dated from my birthday, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's a sign that I need to live here." Oh, here's more shots of the arena. This is one of the notes that the sweet ladies on the night left, because I would like have my headphones on trying my hardest to focus, and people would leave me notes on my desk. Hey, I miss her, she was so sweet. And I think this favorite team had to go home. That was pretty sad. This is a treat that one of the guys that I was talking to during psychosis, the one who sent me home, he got me a treat. Got me this pastry because he really wanted me to eat something, but like I still couldn't eat it, so I never did eat this. But I guess I took a picture of it because it was pretty. Um, I appreciate your sense of humor. Dude, I have to. I have to laugh. Like I said, there are so many stories that I could tell you guys, and maybe I will casually one day, of fuck shit that I experienced in the loony bin and like the stuff that I was saying while I was in psychosis. Yeah, if I don't laugh about it, then I will simply fall apart. I don't know what I think it's a croissant is what it's meant to be, but I don't know if it had a filling. Oh, okay, I did another reading. I got temperance again. I have no fucking clue. Um this picture, this is actually something that I did while I was in inpatient. They had us do a lot of coloring, which I always thought that like adult coloring is kind of silly.
I'm so glad you're back from your Hiatus, my good trammer.
I'm glad I'm back too. It's good to see you, Frederick. Thank you for being here. Yeah, they had us do a lot of coloring. And for this was during group therapy. They had the music therapist was playing some music on like a traditional like Native American flute because he was very passionate about that type of music. And he had us coloring mandalas. And I think I mentioned briefly that one of the things that got me through being inpatient was thinking about my friends. Um, I just kept telling myself, like, as long as I make it through this, then on the other side, I'll have the people that I love and care about back in my corner and I can talk to them again. And that's all I wanted. All I wanted was to be able to talk to the people that I loved. Um, so I remember I was trying to draw, or I guess color, this mandala with some color scheme friends. I showed them and it was sweet. I'm glad that they don't think that I'm a freak. And they also gave me this like color by dots thing and I was like, "Oh my God, Farah, I love." Um and I worked on this throughout like the entire week that I was there in the facility. And then when I was done with it, obviously we weren't allowed to like tape anything on the walls, but there was like this like almost like a diaper changing thing, but like not in my room. And I ended up just like leaning it up against the wall there. So, and it like, it faced me and I looked at it every time I was just disassociating in my bed. So yeah, I told Farah that she, unbeknownst to her, helped me get through that experience for sure. I admire her a lot and I know that she has been having a hard time mentally too. So when I was feeling really down and out, I would sometimes just think to myself, well, what would Farah do? And that sounds like that's my truth. Um and this is when I got out and I was spending some time with my me and Preston were staying at my mom's house for a bit and it was during a heat wave. Kind of sucked, but she had an AC, so it was nice that we got to go there. But across from her house, there's a really nice view. So me and Preston were watching the sunset, and it's crazy because this is like a town like 40 minutes away from me, and I can literally see it from an outlook across the street from my house. Um, Preston. There's me and Preston. I think that's what I have. Oh, I have this that I wanted to share with you guys in case you haven't seen it yet. Did you guys watch Deja Vu new music video? Did you guys watch Deja Vu D's new music video of her first ever original song called Sneak Attack? If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. She she not to make it about me. It's not about me. That's been something that I've been saying a lot too. But D is another person that I admire a lot. Like I've talked about it a lot throughout the years cuz like her and I have been friends for a long time, and it's just been so inspiring to see her, like, grow and evolve and chase her dreams as a creator. Um, it's so inspiring to me, and I am amazed by everything that she does. I feel like every few months, it feels like she's doing something that, like, I'm like, "Holy shit, how did you manage to top your own fucking, like, level again?" I don't understand. Like, it's so impressive and she's so multi-talented, so funny. Um I was watching her stream when she was launching this music video and I think it was only like a day or two after I had been released from inpatient and this song, if you guys haven't listened to it already, it's really good. It's really inspiring because the message from what I remember, it's kind of about like proving people wrong that doubt you. And that really resonates with me at this current time of my life. Hello, Rye. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. It's good to see you guys. Welcome. Thank you so much for sharing your community with me. It's good to see you. My name is Alchevic. I am the Vampire Blood Alchemist VTuber, and I usually like to play horror games, but we're just yapping today. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys had a good stream, and if any of you guys need to raid and run, please feel free to do so. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I admire D a lot, and when I was listening to the song, number one, I was like floored by her ability to like work on such an amazing project. Number two, the message really hit close to home for me. And number three, fucking she put my dumbass here in the music video. Like, I don't know what I did to deserve actually, no, we're not gonna remember, we're not talking about deserving. I was honored that she made me a part of such a special project. I didn't know that that would happen. She did not tell me, and it was a very sweet surprise. And obviously, there are a lot of other cuties in here, a lot of other cuties that we know and love. So it was really cool to see that because I sometimes don't understand how important I am to other people. And to me, her having me in such an like even just a small sliver of such an important project, I feel like is really such an honor, like I said. You inspire me to keep. What do you mean? I just show up. Thank you. That's sweet. I could say the same for you. Like, sorry that I'm literally having a conversation in front of a whole Twitch chat, but like I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with like Dee's deep lore, but like she has been through so much. Like time and time again, life has like fucking derailed her and she gets up every time and somehow manages to like grow from it and also become stronger and more talented. So she is a she is a person that has always inspired me and I always look to her and be like I want to be like her when I grow up. And I mean that. And I hope that one day I can, but if I can't, that's okay. We have our own journeys in life. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I know, right, girl? God, who's saying that? Demi Lovato? No, not Demi Lovato. I don't fucking know. Oh, here's my plants. Here's my sad hydrangeas. They were all flopping over. I bought them and like half of the stems were like snapped. So I got some stakes and I tied them. I tied them to the stakes so that they stay up. But now I think like this little bud, it's all shriveled up and dead. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If anyone has plant advice, let me know. Hi Spencer, hello. Um Oh, I didn't take a picture of my lavender plant? That's weird. Well, here it is. Next to my Chick-fil-A. Please don't judge me. I know it's Pride Month. I know. I'm sorry. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm literally the worst bisexual that ever lived. Which, by the way, I never talked about Pride Month this year, y'all. I'm so sorry. Pride Month literally began while I was in London, and then everything happened. Shout out! Shout out to our gays! Shout out to our gays, shout out to our trans friends, shout out to our non-binary friends, shout out to our intersex friends, shout out everyone. Shout out.
Hell
We
yeah, brother. I'll
love
drink to
the
that.
gays. We love the gays. It is a full moon tonight. It's true. I gotta get going so I can do my own full moon activities. I gotta make a spell jar tonight. Never too late. I know. I didn't get to do anything to celebrate Pride this year except for give you money for charity. And you know what? That's something. White Among Us gay sex. I still don't know what that looks like, to be honest with you. Shout out to all my LGBTQ plus. I know we love the LGBT folks. I love you guys, and I'm sorry that I didn't do an event for Pride this year. I made a list of stuff that I wanted to do when I got out while I was inpatient. And one of the things that I wrote down that I wanted to do is another charity fundraiser for mental health because yeah, fucking that shit was rough and I don't want other people to have to go through what I went through. You're a constant ally. And I don't know how many of you guys know this. I too am gay. Half the time. I say that and I feel like people think that I'm being offensive. I'm just bisexual, sorry. You know what? I think you might have had some other stuff. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me some grace during this time. Bisexuals rise up. Shout out bisexuals. Let's fight against the stigma, baby. We are valid. What kind of car does a non-binary person drive? It doesn't matter as long as it gets them there. Oh. That was a bad one. That was a bad one. Oh shit, I didn't know that we had that many bisexual folks in this community. Shout out. That's so cool. Mitchell. Let's be honest, anyone who's been around, dude, how many of you guys think that Ada is going to be in the DLC for Resi Evil? Does anyone actually think that's going to happen? Because I feel like I'm on copium. They kind of have to. Preston told me the name of what the DLC is going to be called, but I already forgot it. But I remember when he told me, I was like, oh, that sounds like Ada could be the... I need to do a reaction to the Veronica trailer. I know that it happened. Obviously, I was busy when Summer Game Fest happened. But I will be recording a reaction to it maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, and that'll be a YouTube exclusive. It's gonna be no! Fuck off. Spencer, you're nasty. Is there much of a difference between bi and pan? That's actually a great question.
You have more pictures of your backyard birds dancing birds as me and my bird tis alchevic.
Oh, do you have more pictures of your backyard burbs? Let me see what I can do for you, Goga. For those of you guys who are hearing about birdtism, I have been feeding crows for the past 3 months. They just randomly started taking a liking to me, and I low-key feel like crows are a messenger from some deities, a couple different deities I consider them messengers from. So I've been trying to take care of them, and I just think that they're fucking cool. I've been feeding crows raw unsalted nuts for like 3 months now. And before I went to London, they would let me get pretty close to them. Now they're kind of scared of me. I feel like I pissed them off when I was in the hospital and shit because no one was feeding them. But we're working on establishing a relationship with the crows again. Hi, Nico. It's good to see you. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but Pan is more attracted to people. Yeah, I've always identified as bisexual because it's easier. But if I really sit down and think about it, I'm probably pansexual, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Goga, I think I might just put bird shit in the Discord if that's okay with you, because I know that today was a little bit of a shorter stream, but I feel like I might wrap it up right now if that's okay with you guys. More of a personal preference. When I was a teenager, it was always described to me that like pansexual people are like, oh, you would be attracted to male, female, you know, just like everything under the sun. But then bisexual is typically just like, I only like guys and I only like girls. What do you call it when your friend hints at being a powerful entity? Are you talking about Loki? Wait, what's going on? Are you setting me up for something? I'm confused. DTs? DTs? I don't like I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's not make that a thing. Oh my god. They've been a broad overlap. It's hard to be specific because people can self-identify. Can I be honest with you guys too? I just like the colors of the bisexual flag better. I think that the colors of the bisexual flag suit me more. I'm sorry. I feel like all of our channel point interactions are broken. I'm sorry. Can I get a mod to just refund everyone everything for their channel points tonight, please? Because I don't think a single thing has worked. You did amazing. I love you too, Kat. I still need to fucking... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best to get caught up on DMs. I'll get on it. Phil, if you want to be a mod, let me know. I was thinking about trying to see if we needed a new mod or not, but I don't know if you wanted to mod for fucking Ebiko, Farah, and me. That sounds like you might go crazy. Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't really think it matters that much, but I know some people get weird with channel points. Might freak out if they don't get their shit. Since I started reading some Lovecraft, it reminded me to recommend you to read The Shadow over Innsmouth. Ooh, really? Okay, I need to make a personal note. Shadow of Innsmouth. That sounds fun. Yeah, we will get back to Bloodborne eventually, and I'm fucking terrified because I don't think I'll understand how to play the game anymore. Was how you mispronounce her name? I don't mispronounce her name! Oh, wait, are you talking about when I go, deja vu Dea? Deity? I understand. Sorry, Fuesa. Sorry. Okay, I gotta find someone for us to raid. Who's streaming? I feel like half my friends are on hiatuses right now. Oh, okay. We still got people streaming. Not to worry. What would you guys do if like all of your favorite streamers took a hiatus at the same time? Would you like give up on being a Twitch viewer? Would you just be like, well, guess I have to go touch grass now. Go outside. Survive. Oh, poor Fuiwensa. It's okay. I came back, Fuiwensa. At least I'm here. At least I'm here. Okay, I think we should go raid Misty. Misty's doing some drawing. Oh, she's drawing her mascot. Okay, y'all, I'll be around. Streams this week are still a little light as I get back to being myself. I'll be back on Friday. Friday is our next stream, and we're gonna be doing some America meme. We're gonna be doing some America food tier lists, and we're gonna be. I really want to lean into me being a fucking idiot because my short where I don't know what the Revolutionary War is has like 80,000 views, and that's like what I'm known for now. Yes, I can fill out the map again. We can do that. If you guys have any quizzes, like I think it would be funny to do like a 5th grade US history class and see, or quiz rather, and see how much I fuck up. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday. I'll be around in the Discord. If it's your first time here and you like the vibes, please consider joining our Discord. That way you can be notified whenever I go live and stay up to date with everything. I fail it. Ooh, yes. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? I don't know. We'll have to look into that. Thank you guys so much for all of the love today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the kindness. Thank you for all of the gift subs and everything like this. And thank you for your patience as I navigate this time of my life. I'm very thankful that I still have the ability to be a streamer, and I'm thankful that I have all of you. As I always say, and I really do mean it, I don't think I would still be on this earth if it wasn't for people like you who are kind to me and give me a reason to stay. So thank you so much. I'm gonna go send us out to our friend Misty. Here is our raid. Hi, Jojo, I love you too. Please copy and paste the first raid message if you're subscribed, and the second one if you are not subscribed. And I will see you guys on Friday. Care you so much. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, sorry. My selfish ass forgot to say remember to take care of yourselves. Always remember to take care of yourselves. Don't be afraid to put yourself before anyone else, okay? Even me. All right, care you. Bye-bye.